Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Time Warp Art. Happy Friday. Happy Memorial Day weekend. I hope everybody has a nice time. We're supposed to have rain again. It's raining now. I'm so tired of rain. I was lucky, though. Yesterday, it did not rain after we left the house. So I had a meeting, and after the meeting, no rain. I didn't see any sun, but there was no rain. That was a very good thing because I had to get groceries. So, for once, I was able to get groceries, not in the rain. So, yay. Morning, Dana. Morning, Vicky. Morning, Miko. Morning, Cheryl. Get my windows set here so I can see everything I'm supposed to see. Boy, do I miss my big screen. I can spread out on my windows so I can see everything all at once. I love that. Okay, so I'm going to start out with show and tell as usual. And the clock helps you all know that I'm not frozen. So I'm going to go ahead and move the little clock. Putting on my chair over there. Okay, so I'm taking a dye class. I don't know if I told you guys or not, but it's from Natalie Redding of Namaste Farms, and she is very talented, and it's an online class, but it's live. It's not recorded videos, and this is my first sliver. There are some mistakes, and I'm learning a lot, but progress is progress. You learn every time you do something. So this is my first sliver, and this is silk and wool, and I don't know if you guys can tell, but the colors are amazingly vibrant. Love, love, love. Having a good time, learning a lot, and the class goes through July. It's every Sunday afternoon. It's very cool. Learning a lot of things. The class is called Dye Secrets for a reason. Can't tell you how to do anything. Sorry about that, but I can show you what I get done. I'm waiting to do a dyeing in a pot right now. My husband has to look for our camping stove because cooking wool is not a very nice smell, and I don't think he'd appreciate coming home to that. So I'm going to do it on the back porch, but he's got to find the stove for me first. So we'll see how that goes. Anyway, there's my pretty. That was a lot of fun. I have been MacGyvering on my e-spinner again. So what I've done this time is I've made my own uprights and put the original platform back on the original Ashford. So it's over there. But what I've done, and I decorated as I went along because it was just easier that way. So let me see if I can turn it so you can see. Now I've got the regular sized head on it right now, but the jumbo one is on the actual wheel over there because I'm doing some lock spinning. So, but anyway, so I've made my own platform. It's on here with a hinge. Both of the uprights are steampunk decorated, kind of sort of like I did on the box back there with the metal tape and all of the impression boulders. So, but I'm not quite finished because I need to put a decoration up here on the top, but I want to put some kind of a little spindle, because when I'm spinning I need to anchor my yarn to something, and I'm used to having a spindle here. So I'm going to have to look in my box of wood pieces and parts. We had a Jenga game, and we had a I've forgotten what it's called, but all of the shapes like triangles and half circles and that you stack. I forgot what that was called, but anyway, we've lost a bunch of the pieces, so I kept the rest of them, and I've been using them in various things for building. So I put, here's my tension adjustment is here. I've run the hook here, and the spring is there. This is the knob that adjusts the tension on the drive band, which is here. Oh, I also ordered drive band, polycore, something or other. It's called a turbo kit, and it's got this polycord, and you cut it to whatever size you need, and then you fuse the ends together with it. You hold it over a candle, and it basically fuses the ends together. And this little piece of wood has a channel, and so you put your two ends in the channel to assure it gets straight, and then you clean it up afterwards. And it works great. It works great. So right now I've got the string there because I was playing, but anyway. So that's basically the e-spinner. Oh, I put a little decoration on the on-off knob. I don't think I changed anything else other than building the mother of all. I think that was my big thing there. So anyway, that's what I've been doing with that. And I'm pretty sure that's its last incarnation. I hope. Oh, can somebody type something in the chat? Have I lost my signal? Uh-oh. What's happening here? Can somebody type something in? Make sure I haven't lost my chat. I'm going to give you all a minute because I know about the lag. There we go. Okay, it's working. Y'all are just doing something. Okay. That's fine. You know how it gets when we streamers kind of freak out when we don't see anything happening over there. Yeah, it's okay. All right. So I've been working a little bit in some of my books here. I've stuck in, well, these are loose pages. So I decided I wanted to have some loose ones. And so basically I've got three books. Okay, but I have taken some regular paper, and I'm doing one of Barb's, well, not Barb's, but I'm doing a mandala in here. And I kind of cheated, but I like it. I took a piece of scrapbook paper. Instead of doing all the collaging myself, I was in a hurry. So, and I figured it was smoother this way. So I just took a piece of scrapbook paper, and I had some white acrylic paint out, so I got my brayer, and I brayered the white acrylic over the scrapbook paper, and then I started to lay out my mandala, however you want to say it. Okay, so anyway, this is a start of that. I guess you can kind of see the pencil. I've got it laid out. I haven't done too much on it yet, but I'm getting there. Anyway, so that is loose in here, and my note page is loose. I've got a sketch going on here. I haven't done, well, I've gotten that one done. I haven't really had time. Everybody has an appointment, it seems like, this last couple of weeks. Been really busy. But anyway, so I've got my three books in there, and I'm loving this thing. I love having all my kinds of art in one place. So I have different paper that I can do watercolor, I can do collage, I can do pen and ink, you know, or color pencil, whatever I want, you know, in here. So I'm loving this. This is awesome. And I've been doodling. Now that my hand is better, all I have is one little band-aid. It did break the skin just a little bit. For those who don't know, I poked myself with a knitting needle. Idiot. about a week ago, and my hand was just really, really sore. It's much, much better. I can even play the guitar again, and I was really thrilled when I was able to actually draw and sketch, and I started a new one. Let me see, where is he? Here he is. So I started a new drawing, and this is something different for me. It's just random, totally, totally random. It's not even Zentangles. It's just random drawing, just putting down marks. So that's something different for me, but I'm enjoying that. That's really fun. It's a lot of fun to do. Lots and lots of fun. Enjoying that a lot. Okay, so today we are going to play with ink tints. Now, I'm not sure who it was, but earlier this month, and it was 2-3 weeks ago, there was a YouTube video of a woman making card backings, I think, with some kind of powdered ink or powdered paint. Not really sure, you know, who posted it, but I do appreciate that, because it got me thinking, okay, I don't know where that powdered stuff comes from, because I think she was like Danish or German or something. It wasn't even in English, so it's like, okay, so let me see what I can figure out, because I started looking and you know, looked up powdered ink, and didn't come up with anything. So anyhow, I decided, well, what do I have? I decided to see what I had. So what do I have that could be powdered? Well, I didn't have any actual powdered anything. The only thing that's powdered are like the, what do you call these powders? Let me grab one. Hang on just a second. I forget what you call it. This stuff, like Perfect Pearls or something. Oh, that's not that. I don't think that's what this is called. Let's see. This is, what is this? This is Jacquard, something Jacquard, but it's powders. But I haven't tried it yet in what I'm going to do. So we'll see. And then there's, of course, embossing powder, and that won't work. So we'll have to give this a shot and see what we can do. But I would like to try, because I have some of these metallics in this stuff, and this is going to be gorgeous, I think, if it'll work. So what I'm going to do is, I have taken, okay, I need to make a different kind of space here. Hang on. Okay, so what I've taken is watercolor paper, and this is a folded book made out of one large sheet of watercolor paper, and I think, I'm not sure if this was Fabriano or Arche or what. It doesn't really matter. Anyway, it's a folded book, and I got this idea from Kathy. Oh gosh, my brain is just not, hello, my brain is not working. Anyway, from a YouTube video. Okay, I'll think of her name in a little while. Okay, so what I did was, I don't even know where I got this. I think it was like the dollar store in the toy section. I'm not sure, but it's a little tiny grater. Okay, and the smallest area is what I was making the powder with. Now, in theory, this was going to work, right? Well, not really. Okay, so what? Brusho? Brusho. That's an actual product? Really? Brusho. Huh. I'll have to go take a look at that. That sounds interesting. Or color burst. Oh. There is a powdered product, but why didn't Google tell me when I Googled it? Brusho is from the UK. Oh, Carolyn Doobie did it. Okay. Huh. Interesting. Well, I'm behind the times. Anyway, I had fun experimenting. Okay. So anyway, all I did was take the the sharpened ink tints, okay, and rub it over the paper, okay, where I wanted the color. So what I did, I started out with yellow in the middle, then I went to orange, then to red, and then I put some fuchsia on the outside. Now this is the first one I did on the watercolor paper. Now I'm not real thrilled because it didn't do what that powdered ink that she used did. Oh, good heavens. Y'all are going to have to tweet me some links to this powdered stuff because I couldn't find it. Now I feel like a dummy. Oh, well. Anyway, I had fun playing, figuring it out for myself. I like doing that anyway. But anyway, so I did that with my various colors and sprayed it, of course, with, you know, your spray bottle. And it just sat there in dots. This one is on the Canson mixed media paper. Oh, no, it's not. What is this? This is Bristol. Oh, sorry, this is Bristol. Strathmore, I think. Bristol. Anyway, so I did the same thing over here, starting with the yellow and the orange and the red and the fuchsia. So I sprayed it and I left it alone. Now, the paper does make a difference. As you can see, the back and behind the dots, there's some color. So it did start to spread around. Okay, this one did not. I had to take a tissue and do this to get any color out of it because it was just the dots of the pencil sitting there. So, you know, I don't know. Anyway, to further that, this is the Canson mixed media paper. Okay, I'm going to put that pencil back where it belongs. So what I did with these, okay, I did two of them. This one is the first one I tried on this paper. And as you can see, the color spread a lot on this one, a lot more than it did even on the Bristol. I think the thinner the paper, the more absorbent maybe, the more spreadable the water gets. I don't know what, you know, I'm not a scientist, so I couldn't tell you. But anyway, and there's another one. And what I ended up doing is I let this one sit a little bit and the color started coming out. So I took this piece and did this, and then I came up with this piece. And then I took a baby wipe and I started to wipe at it. And so that's what we got there. So it's kind of an interesting experiment with what I had on hand for the idea, because usually I'll see something and I'll say, oh, I want to do that, and I might make a post-it note with some ideas and put it in a book, but I never get around to it. So I found that when I stop everything and just do it right then, I come out better. It's out of my head, it's on some paper, and it's done. So, you know, that's got to be my philosophy. Just do it. Don't write it down somewhere and put it on a list. Just do it. So, let's see. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So I did some experimenting. I've got some backgrounds to play with, and you know, it's a lot of fun. And of course, as I was doing it, I got more ideas, you know, on what I might be able to do. And oh yeah, you're right, Vicki. It does. It makes me feel good to have it done. You know, instead of sitting on a list somewhere and then, you know, yeah, just play. That's right. Just do it. That's my new motto. I have it on my monitor screen. Just do it. I stick post-it notes up every once in a while. Just do it. Don't think about it. Don't procrastinate. Just do it. Yeah, a lot of fun. Okay, so let's try it with some of these other powdered things and see what we can come up with. So let me grab some of these out of my drawer and some more paper. Look at them. That is so shiny. That's copper. That's gorgeous. So we've done the ink tints. So I've explained how to, you know, do the ink tints. And it's interesting. Now I've also got, let's see, what else do I have? could just bring the whole drawer, but you know. Okay, so I don't know that this will work at all, but we can give it a try. Okay, so I've got a few more. I'll turn them upside down so I can see what's what. Okay, so we're going to try this. Now, it may not work, but we won't know until we try. And I'm going to go ahead and use the Canson paper. And I'm going to do it on one of the blank sheets. And I think I may want to put some paper underneath, because when you do the spray bottle, it gets very messy. So I'm going to put the paper up and behind, because I don't want all of my paintbrushes and pens and scissors and stuff that's back there to get messy. Okay, I need some kind of a scoop. Plastic is not going to work because it's static. What I do have is a little metal scoop. It's a spoon scoop. When I had my bead business, one of the vendors had these. And they're very sharp, so, you know, it's like a use with caution tool. But there's two sizes of spoons on it, which makes for a very interesting tool. So let's go with something bright. Let's go with some copper. And I may not even have to, they may just sprinkle right out of the lid. Oh, here we go. Okay, well, that works for me. All right, so I'm sprinkling it on. It seems a little clumpy, but I'm going to go with that right now, because this may not work at all. So I'm going to use that one. This one looks pink. This is Duo Red Blue. And I still can't think of the name of these darn things. Okay, so let me try stirring it a little bit. And I'm going to scoop some out. Okay, and see how, yeah, it's a little clumpy too, but, you know, hey, we're going to work with it. We're just going to go with it. Just play. And see what happens. Okay, this is like bright gold. Yeah, the humidity, I think, gets to it. It's a little moist in there. But, like I said, that's okay. We're just going to go with whatever happens. Oh, it wants to splot? Okay, we'll splot. Now, I'm not going to attempt to cover the whole background because I think that would be just a bit much. And let me try, what is this one? Bronze. So these are all metallic. And yeah, this one's a little clumpy as well. So we'll see what happens. Okay, now the thing about the water, you have to be careful because it's going to scatter the powder. So you kind of want to hold it up. I'll tell you what, let me use this one. This is a finer spray. Okay, so here we go. Let's see if it's going to do anything. It may not do a thing, but we'll see. No, these are Jacquard powders, kind of like the ones that Ranger makes, but these are all metallics, and I got these, oh gosh, ages and ages ago. Okay, so I'm spraying water, and I'm going to spray away from me and high up, about a foot up, and now I'm going to come in closer since I've started getting it wet. And we'll see if it's going to start to spread out or do anything. And for the green ones, you know, when I did the green sheets, I had to get the paper really wet. So I would imagine, yeah, Pearl X, yeah, something like that. That might be what it is. It might be Pearl X. Not sure. So, okay, so I'm going to get closer and spritz the areas on purpose and see if it's going to, you know, actually do anything. I'm just going to sit there and clumps. It's kind of doing a little bit. Look at that copper. That is gorgeous. Wow. But it's not really, you know, spreading or anything. So the water is just carrying the powder. Okay, let me put this paper back down here and it can catch. So I'm going to let it kind of run off onto this paper. So I'm going to get on the edge. Paper's really, really wet. But it's kind of, you know, it's not really working the way I had hoped. It's just kind of clumping there. Okay, let me spray it again. And let the force of the spray help me spread the powder out. It may just, you know, continue to just sit there. The force of the water is moving the powder, but the powder itself is not doing anything. So, kind of a failed experiment. Oh, that looks really cool. The powder is traveling in the water and it's shimmering as it goes. That's really cool. I don't know if y'all can even see that. Probably not. But from where I'm standing, I can see it. It looks like a little river with shiny things in it. Okay, well, that's kind of a flop as far as what I was hoping it was going to do. But hey, we had to try, right? We had to try. So I'll see if I can let it run a little bit and maybe do a little bit more interesting things. Dribble the excess on the paper. That might dry to be interesting too. Torn up for collage, that might be pretty. So I'm just kind of yeah, twinkling H2Os. Yeah, see, that's not what this is, but yeah, I think this is Pearl X. Okay, so it's not really going to do anything else. All the excess has kind of run off. And it's really, really wet. So I'm going to hang it up over there as soon as I get a paper to put under it. So it doesn't drip on everything over here. So I'll be off camera for just a second while I set this up over here so it will catch the drips. And hang it on my turning rack. Okay, now it'll drip on this paper. If it's going to drip. It might not. Don't know. We shall see. Anyway, so, alright, now I'll take this over here and put that aside. Drape it over something. And then give my mat a wipe down. It's basically water. So I'll just use a paper towel. Yeah, it was just water. So yeah, when you first spray, make sure you got a backdrop. Gum Arabic? Yeah, I've got some. Somewhere. I don't know where it is, but I got some. Okay, so anyway, the Pearl X, kind of a flop. Okay, so we tried. Toss that back over there. Okay, so then I had another idea for using the ink tints. And so let's go ahead and keep working in this watercolor book, because I'd like to make some backgrounds in here for pen and ink work. So I'm thinking, let's flip it over. Now I need a background sheet. Let's flip it over. I know the camera doesn't like this white paper, but we'll see. We'll see. Okay, so let's see. Here's my little grater. Okay, so then I thought, what if you just took the baby wipe without water? What would happen? Okay, so let's give that a shot. let's do, so basically all I did was take a sharpened Inktense and just pick a spot and just start and see how the flakes fall. Okay, so I'll just take it, and of course you can have it more spread out. You can just like travel across the page, whatever you want to do there. And it will blend. When rubbing it, it does blend. And just kind of tap it. Of course, it's making marks on the pencils, but that's okay. It's just a pencil. So we're going to do some more green. Is that green? Oh, this one. Just a little touch of that. Of course, some of it's falling off now. Okay, and then a little touch of blue. I don't know, I had in my head of trying to get a forest kind of look going on with sky peeking through, but I don't know. We're just playing here. We'll see how it goes. Alright, so I've got some color on here. I don't know how much we're going to need, but I'm going to start there. Now I'm going to get the baby wipes. Oh, I guess I don't need a whole one. I'll take about a third of one. Put it back in the box. Not wasting it. Okay, so I'm going to bunch it up a little bit and crunch it, and I'm just going to start going in circles, and we'll see what happens. I think I'm going to start left to right. That way I'm not sticking my hands in the pencil crumbs. Now we may have total blending, we may have a total mess, but we're going to go with this and we're going to see what happens. And like I said, this is going to be pen and ink work on top of this, so it's kind of all blending together. You've got kind of a bluish green on one side, and of course you can do other colors, just kind of a teal. And I'm just randomly working across the page, trying to get all the crumbs, but I don't want to over. I'm going to turn this. I don't want to over blend. Okay. Okay, so we have, just a basic blended background pretty quickly. Okay, so we'll go with that for right now, and we'll see. But it does blend. So let's try where we take one color at a time and see what we can come up with. Let me grab those off of there real quick. Oops, dropped one. Blend that out. I'm trying not to have specks. That's my goal here, is not to have specks. Okay, so let's shift over to this side. And let's use some different colors in the, hang on. I don't want to get green on this page because it wasn't absolutely necessary. If it's on my hand, it's going to get on the page. Okay, let's see if we can go with some different colors. Alright, let's go with, I don't know what colors these pencils are because they're so dark. I mean, you can't really tell just by looking at the tips what you've got, so I need to turn them over. Let's see. So I want to go with two shades of that. Too close. Get that blue back out here. I may have to sharpen that some more. And then some pink, if I can figure out which is pink. It's a problem with these things. There's lavender and pink right there. Okay, we'll go with 5 colors and we'll see where we go with this. It might be so dark that you can't see. Okay, so I think what I might want to do is start with the lightest, get my little spot back, and I think I'm going to go diagonally with it this time. So I want the light color up here. You kind of have to scrape on the side. Because if you try to scrape the point, you're just going to break it. And it's not really going to do anything. Get my head out of the camera. Sorry. Go with the next one. I'm just kind of do progression, color progression. And of course, to clean this little grater, all you do is stick it under the water. But don't do it in a porcelain sink. Okay, so I'm going to do 2 colors, and then I'm going to wipe it, and then I'm going to continue. Because I don't want, let me see, I'm going to cut this baby white, is what I'm going to do. This will be like a brush. Okay, like having different brushes. So I'm going to cut the baby white. So I can kind of have color separation, sort of. Okay, so I start with a clean one. Alright, so I'm going to bunch it up a little bit. I've still got some green. Well, that's okay. Doesn't matter very much. Alright, so we're just playing. So don't freak out over it. Okay, and the darker, blend that one into the other one. I'm just doing circles. Of course, the powder is getting liquefied. I guess that's what you say, liquefied. Okay, and I still prefer one for each color because when you put the second color on there, it's still gonna blend it. And I kind of don't want to see where it blends. Yeah, that's better. All right. So now let's take the next one. I don't guess it matters really which way you hold it. If I'm shaking the camera, I apologize. And you don't need a whole lot. I'd like to try this with Prismacolor watercolor pencils and see what that will do. But right now we're going to stick with the ink tints and see where we go. So 1 color at a time. Fresh piece of baby white. And just start blending it into the other one. Try to keep my head out of the camera. Kind of a violet. That's kind of cool. Now I'm going to blend out the marks. You get marks and then you can blend them out for the most part. You don't use your fingers too. Oh yeah, fingers work too. Okay, so I'm going to feather this out a little bit over here. Okay. Kind of a darker delineation. I want it right there, but see now it's starting to lift the color, so I don't want to do that too much. Okay, and you don't want to rub on it too much. It's starting to pill just a little bit. I don't know which paper this is. I wish I remembered. I might have written it down somewhere at some point, but I don't recall right now. All right, now I've got dusky purple. And you don't need a whole lot. Next. Ooh. So I think the idea is to get it wet first and then blend it. See, I like blending. I like to blend colors whether I'm spinning yarn or whatever I happen to be doing. Oh, now see, I'm pulling up color, so you got to be careful about that. Feather it a bit down here. It looks like clouds. That'd be cool. Ooh, see, don't waste that. Look at that. Look at all the yummy yumminess on the baby wipes. So I have different colors. I can re-wet the baby wipes and use them in a journal page. Ha! All right, let's see. So I want the blue now. And I have to sharpen this. I don't like using the electric sharpener on these. It wastes a lot because they're softer. But I do use it for my Prismacolors, the regular Prismacolors. All right, now I need the baby wipe. All right, let's see if I can do this now. It's kind of sort of coming out like I envisioned, but you know, that's what playing is for. You experiment and you see what's what. Okay, so spread it out and then start to blend. And don't turn the baby wipe because it'll lose color. So you want to use the same area on the baby wipe. Okay, there we go. And then you still have color on the baby wipe. When this dries, you can re-wet it and still use it. Well, you don't have to wait. I mean, if you've got your journal out, you know, do it, right? Okay, so there's two more backgrounds. Interesting. You know, I've never really played with these pencils before. I mean, a little bit, but you know. Very interesting. And like I said, I'd like to play with the Prismacolor and see if it does anything similar to this. So hold on a second, let me get those. Okay, I think this is basically my extras. Yeah, these are my extras. Okay, so I think they're all sharpened. Yeah, they're all sharpened. Okay. All right, so let's try this, but let me get the dryer for a second and hit that because I really don't want the, come on forward. I really don't want the green to mix with the pinks. So I'm going to dry this for a second before I turn the page. Oh yes, watching paint dry. Brownies. Who's making brownies? Jeez, what? Sandpaper? Oh yeah, sandpaper works too. I've done that with my Prismacolors when I was sketching out in the woods, and I did some rocks. I did. I had actually it was an emery board. I had to improvise, so I used an emery board, and I got the coolest little sand. It just came out so well. Okay, that's dry enough to turn. All right, let's play with the Prismacolors. I'm going to put these guys by themselves in an empty area so I can put them back where they actually belong later. So let me move this. Now we'll turn this page and see what we can get. We may actually experiment with these guys over here. Here's, it looks like purple. Let's see. Some green. I'm going to pick up some of the green. So I'm doing this on purpose. I'm picking up the green dots I see that was left on the green side. And now this looks like purple, so I'm going to pick it up. Of course, there was green on my fingers. I've got a little bit of green, but that's okay. Okay, that's interesting. Let's do it that way. That looks like blue. May not be, but that looks like blue. I hate wasting anything, so if I pick up little dots, just, you know, takes me a couple seconds. We're good. All right. Okay. Now, let's play with, you know, let me grab an emery board, actually. And I can find one that's not too messed up. Oh, here's a new one. All right, we got a new one. Okay, so we're going to use the grater, and we're going to try the emery board, because I know the emery board works with these. The tips are harder than the ink tints. Let's see, what color shall we do? All right, let's go with, if I can get it, I'll push it from the bottom. That makes more sense. Hello. Okay, that looks like brown. Terracotta. Okay, good. That'll work. And here's a little red. Where is that orange I want? There it is. The orange is kind of a corally orange. And then I need one more. I'm not finding it. Where are you? Okay, maybe I don't have that color in this pile. What is that? That's dark umber. Nope, don't want that. Too dark for my purposes at the moment. What's this? That's black. No, that's not good. That's not what I wanted. Okay, well let's just use purple. All right, we'll just use purple and we'll just keep going. Okay, so I'm going to start with the lightest again, and I think I'm going to do what I was doing over there with the center. I've got a golden yellow. I think it's goldenrod. Oh no, Spanish orange. Sorry. All right, that there. Now I've got orange. And I'm going to go kind of in a circle like I did, well, an oval. Since it's a landscape piece of paper, we'll go with it this way. Then we'll take the red. And I'm finding if I hold it down sideways, these seem to be a little finer grain because the pencil is harder than the ink tints. So this one seems to be a little finer grain. And of course you can do it softer and you get a finer grain. Not that I'm looking for grain right now, but since I'm not doing it into something else. Now I'm going to put a little terracotta on the edges. And then the lilac at the top. And I guess you can get kind of specific. The closer down you hold the object you're grating with, you can get tighter areas of color, although you really don't have a lot of control over that. Okay, so let's see. Let's try the water. Let's see if this gets anywhere with just spraying the water. I'm going to leave this in the back. So we'll just spray and we'll see where we get. Let me put something over that other side. Oh, here's a sheet of tissue. We might get some interesting tissue out of this. Okay, so I'm going to weigh up. I'm actually probably about 18 inches up because it's a finer grain. So we're getting dots. Please don't get it on the computer. But the water isn't really soaking into this paper. This is the watercolor paper. So this technique does not really work as well on the watercolor paper. Okay, I'm coming down now. I don't want too much water because I don't want it to just puddle and go away. I want it to actually do something. Okay, so I'm letting the water soak in. I know there's a glare. I need a skewer. Where's a skewer? There. Whoops. Hand out of the way. Okay. let it soak in and see if it's going to do anything. Hey, Barb. Hey, Carol. Hey, Sandy Chick. I know I didn't do a roll call thing. I didn't say hi to everybody. I just went right for it. Thanks, Eileen. Kind of fun to play. So basically what it's done, the dots have spread. So it's kind of a circular dotted sandy texture-y looking thing. But there's a lot of the pencil has not dissolved, and I don't think it's going to at this point. It's just kind of, you know, hanging in there. So let me grab some of the excessive beads of water. And I could take a baby wipe, but it would just blend it all together and I'd lose all my texture. Which I kind of like the texture thing. I'm going to do pen and ink over it anyway, so. I don't know when you got here, Barb, but I started a mandala. It's one of those, just do it, you know? That's my new motto, just do it. Don't put it on the list, just do it. Okay, so I think I'm going to take the heat gun to it now. I don't think it's going to spread out much anymore. So I'm going to keep the texture. Yeah, I'll show it again. I didn't get very far, but I did different on the background. So let's get this texture dried. It's a lot of water, it might take a minute. I kind of want to flip the tissue paper over on it. Let me dry it a little bit more. Because I don't want to totally lose it. But I do want to flip that texture. I do want to do it. So let's flip this tissue over here and see what happens. Try not to move it around too much. Let some of it up. Some of it's already too dry, but that's okay. Oh yeah, that worked well. Okay, good. It didn't mess it up too much. All right, and I still have some tissue to play with. So I'm going to lay that over on the Vagabond. If it'll stay put. Thank you. All right, now I'm finished drying this. Every time I dab, I'm lifting color. So. Nature watercolor. So that worked okay. We got color, but we still have dots, so we have texture. Okay, that's good enough. Okay, yeah, let me show you that, Barb. It's in this book here. Move some things. Oh, I forgot to show you my haul. I got some goodies I'll have to show you. Well, that's drying a little bit more anyway. Oh well. But anyway, let me show you. So I took a sheaf of, not a sheaf, a signature of loose pages so that I can take them out one by one. And I added this to it. So here's my mandala. And what I did with the background is I took a sheet of scrapbook paper. And then I had out some white paint, white acrylic. And so I took my brayer and I brayered over it because I wanted a really smooth surface, because I like to get really detailed when I do my doodling. And I took the brayer makes it really, really smooth. And so it's working, you know, really well for that. But anyway, this is my layout, and instead of doing a collage background, I took one that was already collaged, so it's nice and smooth. And it fits in my book, and I'm enjoying having all of my different papers in the book. I've got a sketch started there, and of course I've got watercolor paper, and of course this is my collage book, and then there's, you know, all the different papers all in one place, so I can do whatever kind of art I want to wherever I'm at. Anyhow, that's that. Okay, so just to do a little recap here. Okay, so I started with this one. This is with the ink tints, and I rubbed across it with tissue. I didn't wipe it completely, I just rubbed across it because it wasn't dissolving. Okay, then I took Bristol paper. This is Strathmore Bristol, which is usually what I draw on with pen and ink. And so I left it just to sit, and it added color, because when I did it on this watercolor paper, the dots just sat there. They weren't really doing anything, so I had to wipe across it to get some movement going, even with it really wet. So then this page started moving. I didn't wipe over it with anything except a couple of places where I had my fingers. But anyway, that was the second attempt. And third and fourth, this is on the Canson mixed media paper, which is really thin. You can see I got it really wet because I went through the other side. So I let this sit, and the color started to spread. Of course, I was spraying down here. You know, I start out spraying high, and then I end up, you know, close, and then the force of the water coming out of the sprayer starts moving the color. Okay, so then I took this page and flipped it over and rubbed it like this, and then went over this with a baby wipe in a circular fashion, and I came up with this. And these papers were really, really wet. I let them dry overnight. I haven't straightened them yet, as you can see. They're kind of wrinkly. But that was, all four of those were with the ink tints. And then this morning, we took the ink tints and totally wiped it with baby wipe. So I have shades of green on this page. And then this is gradient from pink to blue with the ink tints and a baby wipe, circular fashion, trying to blend them out. And then I just finished this one with the Prismacolors. Okay. And I think doing this, you know, and just do it. I mean, I saw the video yesterday afternoon, and just do it. So that's my new thing. Just do it. That's my new thing. Just do it. So I think I'm satisfied. I don't think I have to buy powders, because this has satisfied my curiosity about what I might do with something like that, or you know, and since I have this going, I should be able to think of some more things too. So that'll be fun. Okay, so now I've got, okay, so we did ink tints, we did the Prismacolor. What else have I got that's watercolor? What else do I have? Oh, I have Faber-Castell. Hang on a second. Let me go over here. It's one of my drawers that has watercolor stuff in it. I'm not sure where they are. I think it's in here, but I'm not sure. Yeah, okay, here we go. Yeah, this is the, what are they called? Albert Dürer. Yeah. Oh, actually, no, this, wait a second. Is this the watercolor pencil? I think so. It doesn't say it on here, but I think it is. Right, guys? Because the other ones, yeah, these are the hexagonal. Yeah, because they're, yeah, hexagonal. Because the other ones, let me get my drawer, hang on. Yeah, that's right. Because these are called something else. These are called, hello, what are these called? Polychromos, yeah. Okay, so these are the regular color pencils. Okay, we're good. Hello, brain. Slide that drawer back in there. Okay, yeah, because they're in the watercolor drawer, it makes sense, right? Okay, so let's try these guys and see if it works the same. These are harder than, yeah, I want to say they're harder than the ink tints. Just by the, just by touching the lead. Because sometimes you see that, yeah, see these are coming off on my fingers. These do not. Okay, so the ink tints is definitely softer leads. Okay, so let's try these and see. Is it Albert? No, it's, see, this is so hard to read because it's shiny and just, Albrecht Dürer. Yeah, I know I'm not saying that right, but close enough. Okay, let me move this for a minute. I might want that drawer again. Sit behind me. Clunk. Okay, so let's go with some of these guys and see what we can get. Let's use the little fuzz there. Let's use the, and we're going to go with, I think, one of the purples. Okay, let's go with these guys. Just do it, just do it. Isn't this little case cute? There was dominoes in here. I got this from the dollar store. I bought these for gifts one year, and I had, I think, 3 or 4 left. So I kept the case. They're so cute. Of course, the dominoes turned into jewelry. But that's been a while. All right, so I think I'm going to have to use different sections to get my color. And I think I want to go dark to light this time. So let's see how this is going to work. If I hold it so it doesn't go off the paper, I'm getting more color on the file than I am on the paper. Okay, not working real well. I think that only works for small areas. It just, I don't know. I'm not happy with that at all. So let's go back with the grater. We'll get more color off. It's not as fine, it's bigger pieces, but hey, that's okay. Okay, now let me get another baby wipe and cut it up. And I'm using the baby wipe because it's already wet. Okay, so I'm going to, oh, of course I've got color on my fingers. Getting it all over this. Okay, so I'm going to cut this out. And just use the pieces. Guess I could have used the Timmy scissors and got it done a little faster. Oh, well, that's okay. We're here. All right. Now, let me make a space up here to put these baby wipes. I'm going to keep them separate so they don't run together. Oh, I'll do that later. Let me set it there. Don't you roll on the floor. Oh. Pencil on the floor, not good. All right. Oh, what is that? Hang on a second. See what's going on outside. I heard a weird noise. Oh, mail truck. Okay. I must have a package in my thing. She slammed it. I have a package. Okie dokie. Oh, that's a pretty color. Okay, let's, instead of circles, let's just swipe and see how far we get with that little bit of color. As if we were doing a wash. Of course, I got some on my fingers again. I got it on here. Oh well. So it'll be. It happens. Okay, as if we were doing a wash. All right, so that works. All right, we know that works. Okay, I'm getting other colors mixed in here, and I don't want to do that right now. We'll mix later. All right. Let me see. Let's go into the pink. Let's see. This pink. This pink. Ooh. Let's go with this pink. All right. So I'm going to do from this. I got a fingerprint on the page. Real good. So I'm going to blend this one and go up with it. And I think I'm going to add a touch of the purple, just because. Okay. Put that back in. Yeah, it's catching crumbs. Good. All right. Another piece of baby wipe. And let me turn. I'm going to turn and work towards myself. It's just easier. Okay, so if I can get a wash going this way. Okay. So we're kind of looking at like a sunset kind of thing. Okay, oh, we're not doing circles. That's right. I forgot. Am I still in camera? Yes, okay, good. All right, so now I've got a wash going the other way. Oh, that's nice. I like that. Okay, different technique, different background. I like that. I'm going to give that a shot with the dryer. Oh, these are the Albrecht Dürer Faber-Castell. They're six-sided, no, hexagon. Hexagonal shape. Yeah. That's a nice way to tell which ones you have. Because I occasionally use both color pencil and watercolor pencil, and I get them confused. Okay, that's good enough. Didn't take long. It was a very thin coat with a baby wipe instead of all that water. Okay, that's nice there. Oh, now we have to turn the book. Okay, we're going to have to go this way. Okay, now, let's see what else is in the drawer. Let's see if there's anything else I want to play with. That's actual watercolors. This is what? This is, oh, this is a palette I made. Actual watercolors. These, of course, are Neo 2s. These are, oh, this is my full set of Prismacolor, but we've already played with Prismacolor, so that's my full set. That usually just stays here. I don't travel with that. And these are all my extra watercolors. Little kids. Oh, some doodads. Okay, so there's nothing else in there to play with. Other than that, we have markers. I don't really want to mess with markers unless, oh, we could play with the new markers that I got, the Winsor & Newton watercolor markers. We could play with those. Okay, so these worked out very nicely. I like that. So it does do like a wash. And there's no pencil streaks. See, that's a good thing. There's no pencil streaks. Yay! Use perfect pearls for, I can't find my, I don't know where my, what is that stuff? The glycerin. I don't know where that stuff is. I know I have glycerin. I have all that other kind of stuff you mix with them. I don't know where that is right now. No clue. Okay, so let's do one with streaks. Okay, let's do one with streaks. All right, let's try. Get some green going on. Put some green, and let's put some purple with that. Let's do 3 colors. Okay, so let's go with purple first. Let's do it this way. Okay, so normal watercolor pencil. Just sketch it on. I try not to do it too hard because it leaves streaks. No matter what you do, it's going to leave streaks. And I'm going to blend the two together a little bit. The other green, blend those up together a little bit. Let's see where this goes. And back to the darker. So this will be a little book that is going to go into my backpack and just stay in there. So when I feel like sketching, no matter, you know, what's what, if I don't have my leather book with me. Oh, my leather book has a name. I'll have to tell you all about that. My leather book has a name. Okay, so let me see what the baby wipe will do for this. All right, let me see if I can dry my hand off before I stick fingerprints in there. Okay, so I'm gonna actually, this is wiping pretty nicely. Oh, these work better than Prismacolor. Huh. They do. They work better than Prismacolor. I'm not getting all those pencil streaks. I'm getting some. That's inevitable, but I'm not getting as many. Now it's going to be muddy unless I change the surface of the baby wipe. Okay, now I'm going to use the purple. It just makes mud. Okay, that's kind of cool. See, it started to make mud there. Because I was going from the green to the purple. You have to go purple to green in order for that to work properly. Okay, another background. Let me zap that with the heat gun. Yeah, we've even gotten packages on Sunday. But that was because it was from Amazon. They're using the post office more and more. UPS kind of got a bad rap. They were late, and and the packages were torn up, and I complained, and other people did too. And so I guess they were listening because we've been getting more packages through the post office than UPS. Now the big ones will still come UPS. The great big ones will still come UPS. I think it's a certain weight. I think that they'll use. I'm not sure. Oh, now I want to go over this with something else. Oh, that's weird. I just had a flash there. I might do that later. I'm not going to do it right now because it's more complicated than this is. Okay, what haven't we done? Oh, Neo 2s. Okay, let me look at the Neo 2s. That's what I wanted to say. Next thing, Neo 2s. Let's try grinding some of these up. Well, let's just grab the colors that are right on top. How about that? Works for me. All right. I'm going to turn it, and I'm going to, whoops, I think I'm going to circle. That's what I don't know, just do circle. Okay, so let's do that. And then I'm going to take a darker one, and I want to grind it around that. Oh, this works too. Look at this. Okay. I don't know how well it's going to dissolve, but we shall see. We shall see. We shall see. All right. And then I'll probably, oh, let's grate some blue on the outside of that and then color some. So we're going to do these two ways. We're going to grate some. And then we are going to color the normal way. Try not to push too hard because they leave marks. All right, let's see where we go with this. Baby wet piece. Start in the middle. Move over, guys. That needs some room. All right, I'm going to start in the middle. And just going around in circles. Hey, that's kind of cool. I'll fill in those white spots in a minute. This is kind of neat. I like that. That's awesome. Okay. Okay, that was not a good idea. I got to hit it in the first place. It's picking up a lot of the crayon. I mean, a lot. And I don't want to change the color of it, so I'm going to have to just move and just do it. That's kind of cool. I like that. But like I said, it's picking up a lot of it. Yeah, the edges are going to be tricky. Okay, so I'm going to come back with this one that barely has any color on it and try to pick up some of these. Of course, you can use tweezers too if you really wanted to move them. Because we hit that with something wet, like a pen, it will turn your pen to blue or purple or whatever. Okay. That was interesting. What's the matter, Miko? That's funny. The people in the chat are talking, of course, and one of them said she can't stand to watch me grate Neo 2s. That's funny. Okay. Interesting. Okay, let me dry this now. Oh, you know what else would pick up before I melt it into the page? I bet you didn't want splots on your page later. I bet you could pick it up with Scotch tape. Actually, that kind of works on some of them. I think I melted those too, but yeah, it's working. So yeah, you can pick up a lot with the Scotch tape. That works, and I'm going to save that too, of course. And I'm going to put that on the craft sheet face down over there. All right, now. I just wanted to see what it would do. The color was different. Let me explain. Okay, so when I just scribbled in the circle, and then I graded, and then I scribbled on the corners. And where I scribbled, it's darker. So I did less grading. You know, I didn't do a whole lot in that area. And so it's lighter. So you can vary your color by how much you grate or how much you scribble. That's why I did it that way. Yeah, it's good enough. All right. Yeah, that should be good. When I go over it with the pen, that should work fine. Okay. Uh-oh. I just put a streak over it. Yeah, see? Ah! Pick up the blue baby wipe. I did a streak. Didn't want to do that. Let's see if I can blend it. Okay. Blend it in a little bit. God, get things off your fingers. Oh well, that's okay. It might be a design element in whatever I draw. Okay, yeah, so when I'm grading, I'm getting the color all over. So it is a little messy. I wouldn't do it in public. It's a little messy. Oh, gee, you guys. Oh, okay. People in the chat are being funny. All right, so now which way do we go? This way? Okay, wait a second. I'm going to close the book. All right, we went this way. We went this way. This way. Then we opened it. Now we're going this way. And now it wants to go. It wants to go this way. Okay, let me close it and go this way. All right, there we go. Now, my goodness. Ah. Okay, I think I need a snack. What time is it? Oh yeah, hour and a half. Yeah, I need something to eat. Okay. Let me see. Let me go ahead and do one more page, and then I'll just quit, and then I'll go get my lunch. How's that? All right. So I think what I might want to try is, I'm still after forest. I don't know why. Here's my dark green. Okay. Yeah, I don't know why I'm still after a forest, but let's go with that. And then I want a different color. Oh, here, let's just use the, this just says brown. Okay, so we'll just use the brown. Get out of the way. Okay, so I'm going to go with these. I don't know why. I'm just going to do it. Okay, so I'm just going to make some marks on the paper, and we'll see where it goes. Blend those two together. Come on down with it. I'm not doing it too hard. I just want to, I think I want to swipe this first, and then I'll go to the other. Okay, so I'm going to another piece of baby wipe. This way I'm not wasting baby wipes, and then I still have color to use as well. Okay, so I think I'm seeing, I don't know, fog or I don't know what. And it's leaving streaks. It's picking up the texture of the paper as well. Okay, so I'm still seeing a forest. I need to do a forest. All right, I just need to do a forest. So here we go. We're just going to scribble a forest. Don't know why, it's just bugging me. So I'm going to do it. Okay, let me grab, I had one with, oh yeah, there's a fresh one in here. Now this is not very dark at all. It's a place to start. I'm not trying to actually do trees. I'm just kind of getting a pattern, kind of, sort of. I think I'm going to put some more brown. Just got a pattern. Alright, I'm just going to start over here and go across this way. Doesn't matter what it does, just let it do what it looks like it's going to do. Just go across it once and then leave it. Now I bet that gets sketched into a forest. What about the knitting needle? Oh, yeah. It's on the last video. Yeah. It's, or did I? No, no, I haven't streamed since then. Oh, that's right, I haven't. Yeah. Um, yeah. I was cleaning up last Thursday night in preparation to stream Friday morning, and something was falling, and I went to grab it, and the knitting needle went right there. And it, yeah, it pierced my hand pretty well, and everything swelled up, and it was really sore. For about 3 days, I couldn't even hold a pen, much less do anything else. So I was like watching YouTube videos, and Buffy, my Buffy marathon continued, and all that. But yeah, anyway, it's much better now. It just has a little scab, and I covered it with a Band-Aid so I wouldn't get pain in it. So can't take any chances. But yeah, anyway, if something's falling, let it fall, right? Normally, I would put the knitting needle point down in the container. The knitting needle was point up. I must have been in a hurry when I put it away and wasn't thinking. I don't know. Anyhow, we're all better now except for a little bit of a scab there. So, yay. Okay. I think I'm going to leave it at this. And I've been streaming about an hour and a half, so we're good. And go get something to eat because I'm hungry. That's a good thing. Hungry is a good thing. I've got a nice chicken salad. So, yeah. I think I'm going to go do that. And then I will see you guys at Barb's. I appreciate you hanging out with me this morning. And, oops. We got several pages in the little book here done. We got some experimenting done. And it's not on my to-do list anymore. Yay! Okay, so I'm going to let y'all go, and I'll see y'all at Barb's later. Bye!